Imagine growing up in the rugged neighborhoods of Detroit, where every block is a battle and every dream feels distant. Now picture rising through the fire, becoming a household name in college basketball, then the NBA. Jalen Rose lived that story, but his success didn't just end on the court. It followed him home, literally. From owning jaw-dropping estates to flaunting an envy-worthy car collection, Jalen Rose is living proof that the grind pays off. But what does that lifestyle look like today? How does a former NBA star and ESPN personality live when the cameras turn off? Today, we step inside the world of Jalen Rose, the homes, the whips, the closets, and the soul of a man who built more than wealth. Because some people dream of success, others decorate it. The humble beginnings. We cannot forget the grit before we see the glam. Jalen Rose was born in 1973 in Detroit, Michigan. Born to a former NBA All-Star, Jimmy Walker, Jalen did not spend his childhood with his dad. Being brought up by his mom, Jean, Jalen was ushered into the reality of the urban struggle at an early age. Nevertheless, he possessed something that money could not buy: drive. In the 1980s, Detroit was no ordinary city. It was not easy. Manufacturers were shutting down. Schools lacked enough funds. There was an increasing crime rate. However, Jalen had his refuge on the basketball court. He became a basketball prodigy, which rose through the Detroit Southwestern High School. He was already in the spotlight of the media even before he entered college. In the University of Michigan, he joined the historical group known as the two-time national champion, Fab Five, that altogether reformed the sport of college basketball. Baggy shorts, black socks, swagger. They were adventurous, unified, unapologetic. And Jalen, he was their mouthpiece. Floor general, he is a disciple. The brand which is to be. This was not only basketball, it was all about breaking ceilings and challenging the norms and carving a new identity. You know what it is like when you get some athletes who light up and go out so quickly? Yet this was not that. This is a man who was creating legacy, brick by brick. The crib that screams success. Okay, first of all, Jalen is wearing a braggart on his chest to his gorgeous home in Orchard Lake, Michigan. The house is a masterpiece of architecture as it is situated between trees and hidden behind privacy gates. This house has more than 9,000 square feet and comes to a home filled with all the luxuries possible. Grand foyer, large impressive living room with all the glass walls and a kitchen big enough to make a five-star chef proud. The ceilings are tall. The windows that are uniquely patterned allow the natural light to pour in. Like sculpture, a spiral staircase turns. The style is an entertaining mixture of inner-city art and updated sophistication. Graffiti posters intermingle with luxurious sofas upholstered in velvet. Marble would accompany elaborated lamps. It does not even mean luxury, it's curated. It has an individual gym, the half-court of basketball in the colors of Fab Five, a media room in which Jalen plays classics and NBA games on surround sounds. And then, of course, there is the trophy wall, not only to commemorate victories, but a history of culture. And outside, imagine seasonal views of the lake, a gigantic deck that was covered by lights, fire pits, hammocks, a five-star steakhouse-style kitchen-looking grill station. It is the type of home that feeds you rather than houses you. This is not real estate alone. It is a measure of all that Jalen had to struggle to attain and all that he is going to be able to enjoy. The garage is a gallery. That is when the fun sets in. The garage that Jalen stays in is not a parking place. It is a showroom. He treats his cars as museums treat paintings, reverence, lighting, and rotation. He has a luxurious matte black Rolls-Royce Wraith as his crown jewel. It does not speak of luxury, it preaches it. The interior of the seats are designed in blood red leather, with his initials engraved in the headrests and the ceiling resembling a constellation. It is not only a ride, it is a presence. Next is the Bentley Continental GT. Ageless white, chrome wheels, and the interior of the car is full of new money aroma. He uses it whenever he wants his evenings to be elegant. But Jalen does not disregard the daily flex. In comes the Range Rover Autobiography. Comfortable, commanding. And on the trick, too. And on the trick indeed. He is also seen in a Tesla Model X, demonstrating his inclination towards flavor of the year, and Porsche 911 Carrera when the weekend demands an adrenaline overdose. It is not a garage. It is a time span, an account of wheels, travel, and fashion on two wheels. Fashion, fame, and the flex. It is a style that Jalen Rose detaches himself from virtually all other athletes who have crossed over to the media. He does not simply dress nice. Instead, he designs a visual brand. He expresses himself as a heritage rather than on every stalk. Wearing suits by Tom Ford and jackets by Off-White, on the one hand, and wearing bright-colored silk ties and daring turtlenecks. On the other hand, Jalen does not separate practicality with a sense of style. And not to mention the glasses, they are not mere eyewear. They're armor, brave black, tortoise shell, or color-tinged frames, forever shiny, forever there. His fits are spotted across social media. They have been caught at red carpets, adorned on their fashion blogs, and imitated by other younger broadcasters who seek to replicate even a little of his style. Whenever he hits the ESPN stage or charity event, he is not out to impress anybody. It is a reminder. You know, like you hear, clothes really do not make the man. This was not it, however. It was a man that brought clothes to life. Do you know that Jalen Rose is more than a voice or a suit? He's a builder of futures. He founded the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy in Detroit, a public charter high school designed to give underprivileged students a shot at success. The school provides a tuition-free college prep curriculum with an extended school day and year. But it's more than academics. It's mentorship, mindset, motivation. Jalen visits the school regularly. He speaks at graduations. He listens to the teachers. He funds field trips and facility upgrades out of his own pocket. And here's the wild part. JRLA graduates are supported all the way through college. It's not just about handing out diplomas. It's about shaping lives. While others talk about legacy, Jalen is building it, desk by desk, dream by dream. What's next for Jalen? Jalen is not on a ride over a career. He is a brand developer. Following ESPN, he started a media house emphasizing on storytelling, mostly by Black stories. He creates documentary films. He has podcasts. He coaches emerging talent in sports writing. He has been negotiating with streaming giants such as Netflix and Amazon Prime to collaborate with them. He is driving towards fashion liaisons. He is looking at starting his own eyewear line. And he is investing not only in companies, but in communities. Even a book is in progress, a closer look behind the legend. It has been rumored that it will not only be a memoir, it will be to the new generation, to win without losing your soul. Are you aware of how some people go away when the lights are put down? Nor was this it. It is a spotlight with him and not behind him. Jalen Rose was not earning money only. He has attained significance. His whole life is a masterclass of uplift. Hardwood to Hollywood, classroom to culture. His house is an aspect of security. Movement is portrayed in his cars. The purpose is seen in his school. His voice indicates power. However, the reason why Jalen Rose cannot be forgotten is not the possession. It is the way he applies it. And should this tour have provided you with a juicy inside peek into the real world of a legend, don the like button, subscribe to more iconic lifestyle analysis, and leave a comment below. What aspect of Jalen world do you find most inspiring? The marble floor or the school halls? Until next time, flex with class, give with heart, and remember, real luxury is living with legacy.